You went to bed, and then this happened.
On election night, real-time coverage of vote totals and updates were handed down by data collectors such as Edison and sent to the various media companies. This is an entirely automated process with only a one-way interface on the side of those media companies to the sources. In the following video example, CNN experiences an on-camera switch in their reporting for the state of Pennsylvania. The county source is feeding live on television a count of 1,690,589 votes for Trump and 1,252,537 votes for Biden. The time is approximately 11:08, 28 seconds Eastern Standard. The next time Pennsylvania is shown on the screen, there are 1,670,631 votes for Trump and 1,272,495 votes for Biden. The time is approximately 11:09, 1 second Eastern Standard. Live on television, CNN demonstrated a 19,958 exact vote switch from candidate Trump to candidate Biden. This means Trump lost nearly 40,000 votes.
How did this happen?
So when you vote at a precinct, and a precinct to vote either goes through an adjudication route if there's a problem, or directly to the precinct tabulators. The precincts transmit these directly to the county, and the county to the state, while all three transmit back to cloud servers for live totaling. Those servers transmit to data aggregators like Edison, who then transmit that data directly to, for instance, the National Election Pool.
Here's another example of vote switching on election night, this time in Georgia.
Here, we have clear visibility of an event that occurred at the county level as we compare two data sources. In this case, Donald Trump reported 29,391 votes at 9/11 local time in Bibb County, Georgia. Simultaneously, Joe Biden was reported to have 17,218 votes. Minutes later, at the next reported time update from the precinct data sources, Donald Trump is reported to have 17,218 votes, and Biden now has 29,391 votes. A clear and exact switch of vote totals between candidates. Because there is a time lag between each state-reported aggregation of county results, this type of switch can go undetected in state reporting, as long as it falls after the latest state refresh and before the next state update.
Okay, so let's take a look. How did that happen?
We can follow along with vote totals for Donald Trump as they were reported live on national and local news stations. As we've all now seen the vote deductions taking place in real time, this may have required viewers to pause and rewind their live feeds in order to capture. However, a thorough analysis of the underlying data exposes significantly more. We can now see the breakouts of each vote update by existing votes, as well as the incremental absentee and election day buckets. What you're now seeing is something we should never see in an election. Votes are always additive and should never go negative. In Pennsylvania alone, 12 deductions for Donald Trump totaling over 279,000 votes were identified in the underlying source data. These deductions can go unnoticed when a large county's updates offset or nullify a separate county's subtraction in votes. It is after these data sources are closely analyzed that we can understand the full picture of what really occurred in the November 2020 election.
So here's another instance of drastic vote swings earlier on election night.
Okay, so let's take a look between 9:11 p.m. and 9:32 p.m. on CNN. Joe Biden first starts off at 706,000. Trump is at 371,000. Look at that! How did Joe Biden drop to 517,000 from 700,000? Now Joe Biden gets 300,000 votes. How is this possible? And Trump is crawling along down there from 360 to 385,000. Joe Biden going up to 871,000. And all of a sudden, Trump gets a large increase to 413,000. And then instantaneously drops down to 292,000. And Joe Biden going from 880,000 to 495,000. How can you drop literally half the amount of votes that you had when all voting is done in an additive process? You count a vote, you add it to the total. Votes do not go down. Why are we seeing negatives? And look, we understand that mistakes happen. We've said it before. that a human can make a mistake and a machine can make a mistake. But shouldn't one error result in a swing of 300,000 votes? Okay, so if we take a look at Pennsylvania, we talked about a 19,000 vote switch that occurred. And let's say this was one human error. But what about all these? Are these all innocent errors as well? And what about all these all over the country? How many errors are okay to have in an election? How many votes were changed by these errors? And who is claiming responsibility for these errors?